What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, ThaSlow86, and I know probably for like the last year and a half, y'all have not been used to seeing my face. I got so wrapped up in the short form content and just doing shorts and stuff that I low-key just kind of fell out of like touch. And I don't know, it got really weird to like try to pick this up. It's like, yeah, what's up, guys? Like, you know, all this stuff. But today I went to FL2K, as some of you guys may know. Maybe you didn't, because I put it all over YouTube. I put it on TikTok, and for some reason those just did not. Nobody wanted to push those. It's all good. So a lot of you guys probably didn't even see it. To be 100% honest with you, I went there today with every single intention on recording and getting you guys some cool racing stuff. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I got a couple videos, but ultimately I just didn't really get nothing, and I think that's fine. I really went today, and I was with my father, and sorry, trying to position this, and I was with my father today, and I felt like it was a really good time for just me and my father to kind of hang out, just chill, and you know, absorb the experience. And I saw everybody with their phones like this, and they're like, oh my God, making these crazy videos and with these crazy cameras. And to be honest, man, I was just in the moment. So I ended up changing up the plan. I decided not to record. I had made an intro for it. I had recorded a couple runs. But to be honest, basically just wanted to show some love to my boy Berto. He's a friend of mine. He helped me tune my Honda. He helped me set it up. He actually helped me get it running the first 2 times. And he's actually running in the FL2K 10.0 index. So shout out to you. But yeah, man, like I said, today, I don't know. I went there with an intention on recording, and I wasn't feeling it. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be working on in the future, and show you guys what's really coming next. Because to be honest, I haven't really done, like I said, I haven't done this in a while, and I've kind of missed it. But I just don't think today at FL2K, you know, spending time with my father and stuff like that, I just don't think that was the time for it personally. I work a lot, so I don't really get to spend time with my family as much as I should, you know. But yeah, let me stop yapping and let me show you guys some of the stuff they're working on. All right, so project number 1. You guys may have seen this in some shorts. This is my 96 Honda Civic DX. It is B-swapped already, B18 LS. We just put a refresh trans in here. This is a LS housing with all synchro tech, brass synchros, 1 through 5 with sliders. This thing is going to be mean. So as you guys can see, there's a couple things done to it. Nothing too major, but this has been the project as of late. Just trying to get this thing to run right. This car was actually bought to be a daily, and since I bought it, it's kind of given me nothing but issues. To be 100% honest with you guys, I bought it from somebody who had it sitting for a long time, and me personally, I don't think that they ever had a plan for it. I think that once they, you know, started having issues, they were probably just gonna let it sit until either it was time to junk it or somebody bought it. And unfortunately, I was the person that bought it. But I say that this is stock, but this thing does have a couple goodies. It does have ARP head studs. It does have Brian Crowler springs and retainers, steel retainers. It does have a multi-layer head gasket. Obviously, eBay special header, Gates timing belt, this belt tensioner, which really helped a lot, because I had a lot of belt slack in the beginning. It has a stock intake, has, you know, an eBay cold air, hot air intake, whatever you want to call it. I have a Skunk 2 somewhere in the garage. It does have a 70mm throttle body. So like I said, this has just been the project as of lately. It's not gonna always be the main project, because I do plan on quote-unquote finishing this thing up soon, and just ripping it around, enjoying it. And then let me show you guys what's next. So me and my dad, we like to help each other on everything as much as possible. So he helps me with my stuff. I really try to reciprocate and help him with his. So the next car that we're actually going to be talking about is not mine, it is his. But because we are so close and we help each other with everything, just it's his, but it's also mine in a way. This is my dad's 1983 Toyota Corolla. Some of you guys may know it as a Punto Ocho, a 0.8. This is, however, not a Punto Ocho, a 0.8. This is actually a 0.6. This is a 4AC. And you guys are into A86s. You guys know more than what you need to about these. This motor actually just let go. This thing has had a very, very rough life. When we got it, it was actually knocking. It turned out that the piston on cylinder 2 was actually majorly chewed up, and it just had a very rough life. So we put some work into it, we fixed it, we got it running, it ran for a couple months, and always had little lingering issues, but at the end of the day, it ran for a couple months. We finally got the thing timed right, it started running like a monster, and then head gasket let go, and I'm assuming because the head gasket let go, water and oil obviously mixed, bottom end started knocking. So instead of us fixing it again, rebuilding this motor, putting it back in, and overall just kind of keeping the car on life support, if you will, we're actually going to be ripping this out. He's been wanting to do a 3TC. We haven't decided if it's going to be carbureted or if it's going to be EFI yet, but it's going to be a 3T motor. Trans, we actually have it sitting right here. This is not the motor that's going to be going in it. This is a 2T. We're actually getting another 3T, but it has a 5-speed trans right there. So it's going to be very similar to this. It's going to bump up the power. She's going to be a lot more fun. She's going to be a lot more peppy. And we got some really cool stuff coming with this. But hear me out. I'm trying to convince him to do the 3T for now, just so we can get it running. He can have some fun with it. He can have something to drive while we work on other projects. But if you guys know me, I'm a Honda nut, as you can see. I am trying to convince my dad to maybe K-swap this thing. And my tuner, who actually we went to go see at FO2K and help me with this, he's actually trying to convince my dad to K-swap this thing. We're trying to tell him, you know, a nice 300 horsepower K24 in a car that literally on the title says that it weighs 2,045 pounds would be insanely crazy in this thing. So if you guys could do me a favor, go in the comments and just comment K-swap. That's all you have to do. Please just comment K-swap, and as many comments as we get, I will show it to him, and maybe, just maybe, we can convince him to K-swap this thing. I got 2 more cars to show you guys, but like I said, he is my father, and I'm going to do everything I can to help him as much as possible. And as many of you may know, he has another car. Well, I'm about to show you that right now. This is my dad's 1985 Toyota Corolla, better known as a AE86, but better known as a Zenki AE86. You guys know anything about AE86s? There is an ongoing war between Kuki and Zenki. Some people like Kukis, some people like Zenkis, some people like hatches, some people like coupes. For us, a Zenki coupe is the grail. That is what we have here. This thing is a immaculate car. Unfortunately, from us living in bum-ass Chicago, the car has developed a little bit of rust. It's not crazy. The rest of the car is still solid, but it has developed quite a bit of rust. And just look how great these VMS wheels look on here. These wheels actually came on that car, and they look so much better on this. But let me stop yapping. This car is actually a original GTS car, so it would only be right and fitting that we have a 4AG 16 valve twin cam to go with it. Now, there has been a lot of progress made on this car that has been reverted. Now, my father got this car a couple years ago as a Father's Day present from me to him. I originally bought this car for a cheap price, and it was a complete shell. No motor, no trans, no nothing. All I had was a rear end and everything else. Car was completely empty. It didn't even have interior, for the most part. So, my dad thought that this car was so special, and he is 100% right, it is. He wanted to try to do it perfect. Now, I don't know about you guys. Unfortunately, life gets in the way. Sometimes when it comes to cars, they can't be perfect. This is an example of what happens when you try to do a car perfect. Sometimes it's like what Roadkill says. Sometimes don't get it right, just get it right perfect. Unfortunately, life is a beep, and perfect does not happen. And it is one of my goals to get this car running and driving. This car is not far. This car is absolutely 100% not far away from being running and driving. Everything is here. Everything is literally here. Do not mind the mess back there. That's a lot of my Honda stuff. So we are going to do that. Then we're going to do this. There's one more car that we have to talk about. You guys know all about this car. This is my 1986 AE86 Kooky Coupe. This car is a grail for me. This car has virtually no rust. And the little tiny bit of rust it does have is not an issue. Shit everywhere. Unfortunately, when you have a car that's on the back burner, it usually ends up getting turned into a shelf. That is just a sad reality of having too many cars at one time. But this is my AE86 that is getting a K24 thrown into it. More than likely with a Honda S2000 6-speed transmission. This thing already has a 4-9-inch rear end and was already set up as a previous race car. This car actually used to have a 13B turbo with the 4-9-inch rear end. This car used to be a drag car. At some point, they blew the motor. They were gonna put a 2J in it. Decided to sell it to a friend of mine. A friend of mine told me, hey, I've told you about this car before. I know you said no, but I want you to come and take a look at it. And if you can't come and take a look at it, I'm gonna FaceTime you. And I'm going to literally crawl underneath this car and show you whatever it is that you need to see, because this car is clean and it deserves a second chance. Now, when I heard that I had just moved down here to Florida, as you guys know, I had made a decision, me and my family had made a decision to basically up and move everything we had to a whole nother state. We are from Chicago. We chose to move here to Florida. At that time, I didn't have a job, and actually I did have a job, it just wasn't a very good one. I was working at Walmart, fucking technically part-time, and I really didn't have no money. I had my black AE86, which was falling to pieces, but was driving me almost 80 miles a day. That thing was a fucking trooper. I definitely didn't have money for another car. So we started talking, he started showing me the car. I fell in love. A white coupe has been my dream for a very, very long time now. And it's clean. There's hardly any real rust on that car. Like I said, that is going to be a K-Series AE86 Project KE86. That is going to be a staple of this channel going forward. But I have to pump the brakes. I'm not rushing that car. I can't. It is going to be a monetarily, I don't even know if that's a word, a taxing build on me, because that build is not cheap. K-Series are cheap. The transmissions are meh. It's everything to make it rear-wheel drive that is going to be expensive. I will get it done little by little when I am ready. Unfortunately, life is lifing. Shit's hard right now. So that car I put on the back burner myself, and I told myself I was gonna help my father at least get one of his 2 builds, preferably both, but at least one of his 2 builds done before I start that car. I already have the JSP engine mounts specially made to put a K-Series into that car. That build is happening, but it happens when I say it happens. The only reason I say that is because I've personally seen people rush builds to try to, I don't know. I don't know what it is that makes people rush builds, and then they fall out of love with it super quick. They realize that it's not the way they wanted, and they fall out of love with it and they get rid of it. And I'm not getting rid of that car. I'm never getting rid of that car. And I refuse to rush and not enjoy the process of a build that I've wanted to do for maybe the last five years, if not more. So with that being said, let's recap. We're going to finish this up, so that is running and driving because that's not far off. We just got the last couple parts in it for today. We got new motor mounts in. We got to put the trans mount in the back. New motor mount. We got to basically plug everything back up, make the car a car again, put the shift linkage up, put this axle in, button everything up, crank, good to go. Hopefully this car gives me no more problems. This car will be done. Then we move on to this car. As of right now, this car is getting a 3TC regular combo until we decide what we want to do with it. Maybe we beef up the 3TC a little bit. Maybe we go 3T with some type of EFI system, maybe like a Holley EFI, maybe do a 3TC with a four barrel carburetor intake, which they do make for these. They make an intake that is specially made so that you can run a 4-barrel on these, give it a little bit more oomph. And yeah, so as of right now, this is just getting a 3TC. That'll be done. Then we're gonna start on Pops' AE86. Gonna get the 4AG purring, revving high, screaming. This thing is going to be running, driving. Gonna probably send it off for body work or see if we can find somebody who will do the body work. I have a guy in mind, Low Red Racing, my guy. So that will be done. And then finally, after all that, Project KE86 will start. And with that, guys, that is absolutely everything I have to talk about. So stay fast, stay slow, whatever it is you want to do, just enjoy it.